This comment is a scam. I made $5,000 last week working from home. Ask me how to get started. You've seen 100 of them. The app I built scored at 45. The threshold to hide a comment is 70, so it stayed up. Now look at the breakdown. The keyword check scored at 0. There's no link, no banned word, nothing to catch. But the AI? The AI scored at 75. Over the line. On its own, the AI would have hidden the scam. The tool's own design took the 75, averaged it with the 0, and threw the right answer away. The model knew, the maths overruled it. And the tool that built it this way is the one made by the same company that makes the model. This is part 4. This is Claude Code. 4 AI coding tools. The same app built 4 times. Anti-gravity, cursor, codex, and now this. A YouTube comment moderator. Pull 50 comments, triage them, search them, summarize the themes, and flag the spam. I'll be straight with you about something before we start. I use Claude every day. This tool is from Anthropic. I had every reason to let this one off easy, and if I did, you'd be right to stop trusting this channel. So this is the one I went hardest on. If it earns credit, I'll give it. If it ships a bug, I'll show you the bug. Same bar as the other 3. No thumb on the scale. Here is where it ends up. This is the best built app of the 4. It's also, in the one way that's defined this whole series, exactly as blind as the others. 51 minutes. Second fastest of the 4. Quicker than Codex, only Cursor beat it. And it was the fastest one while doing the most thorough work. Normally, that's a trade. Go fast, skip checks. Claude Code didn't make that trade. It ran more verification than any other tool and still came in second, which sets up the paradox of this whole episode. It checked more than anyone, it just never checked the one thing that mattered. Step 4. Triage button. With the state saved to your browser. The code was excellent, clean, accessible, careful, and twice unprompted, Claude Code explained to me how it was avoiding a hydration mismatch. That's a specific React bug where the server renders one thing and the browser renders another. And React throws a fit. It clearly understood it, it talked me through it, then it shipped one. The date on the comment tooltip rendered one way, on the server, and another way in the browser. Console error, live, and Claude Code declared the step done, because it never opened the page to look. If that sounds familiar, it should. It's the exact bug Codex shipped last episode. Same spot, same codes, 2 different tools, from 2 different companies, walked into the identical trap because neither of them ran the app they just built. They verified the code by reading it. The bug isn't in the code, it's on the screen. I pasted Claude Code the error. It diagnosed it in seconds, named the proper fix, and corrected it in one pass. The brain was never the problem, the eyes were. And I'll own my part. When I checked the console one step earlier, it was clean, and I nearly gave Claude Code credit for dodging this bug. It hadn't. The bug was already there, it just hadn't been triggered yet. One clean check is in the past. I only caught it because I looked again. Now, here is where Claude Code pulls ahead, and I'm going to take some of it back. Every episode after the build, I asked the tool to do a polish pass. This was the best one in the series, and it wasn't close. Before touching anything, it audited its own work and listed its own mistakes. Default placeholder text it forgot to change, a font bug where its own style sheet was overriding the font it had loaded, a triage tool with no sense of progress. It found rough edges I hadn't even flagged, including ones it had created. Then it did something none of the others did. It ran a full production build. Not just a type check, the real thing with linter. And that got 2 genuine bugs. 1, a brand new React rule its hydration code was tripping, and instead of silencing the warning, it refactored to the correct idiomatic pattern. 2, and this is a real one, the build revealed the page was set to render statically, which for a live comments tool means it would have baked in old comments at build time and never refreshed. A production bug no earlier step had caught. It found it and fixed it. So credit, fully. This is the most diligent tool in the series. It verifies deeply when it decides to. But look at what it verifies. The build catches build problems. The linter catches lint problems. Neither of them opens a browser. The hydration bug from finding one, it passes the production build clean. It passes the linter clean. The only place it shows up is in the running page. And the running page is the one thing Claude Code never looked at. It ran every check except the one that would have caught its own bug. The summary feature needs an AI model, and the tool picks which one. Worth watching because this is where cursor tripped. It hallucinated a model name that doesn't exist anymore. Claude Code's first move was to go and read the current API docs before writing a line. It picked Claude Haiku, the cheap, fast one. And crucially, it told me why before it built anything. Light task, fast response, low cost. I asked it to explain its choices before implementing, and unlike Codex, it actually did. It explained, then built. Plan first, in the right order. Now, it's Anthropic's tool, and it picked Anthropic's model, which completes a pattern. Cursor, no parent company, picked the best model on merit. Codex, made by OpenAI, picked OpenAI's. Claude Code, made by Anthropic, picked Anthropic. Every tool with a house model ordered of its own menu. None of them is wrong too, but the model you get depends on who built your tool, not just the job. Which brings us back to the cold open. Every tool in the series built the spam filter the same way. Blend two signals, a keyword check, and an AI judgment, and hide anything over a threshold. And every tool had the same hole. A scam with no keywords, just a clean text, slips through. Claude Code didn't just build it that way, it argued for it. Before writing the code, it explained, well reasoned, genuinely, that a single signal should never be allowed to hide a comment on its own. The two signals have to agree first. It called it precision over recall, and as an argument, it's good. It's also exactly why the scam got a 45. When the keyword check can see the spam, links, Telegram, crypto, both signals agree. The score maxes out. It's gone. 100. Perfect. The sub for sub beggar, keywords 25, AI 85, blends 61. Under the line, but fair enough. It's annoying, not dangerous. And then the one that matters. Keywords 0, AI 75. The AI was right. Over the threshold, on its own, it hides it. But the design averages it down to 45, and 45 stays up. The smartest tool in the series didn't miss the scam by accident. It built a careful, articulate case for the exact design that lets it through. One thing it got right that Codex didn't. When a comment is auto-hidden, the buttons and the state actually agree. Click approve, it rescues cleanly. Codex left that broken. Claude Code's polish pass had quietly fixed the plumbing that would have broken it. And the score breakdowns, you're looking at it, every card shows it's working. That's the best, most honest spam UI of the four. Which is the irony. It's transparent enough to show you exactly how it failed. Claude Code is the most self-aware tool in the series. It audited its own work, it explains itself before it acts, it flags its own risky defaults and offers you the safer path, and it runs more checks than anything else here. And self-awareness has a blind spot, which is this. It can tell you everything about its work except whether it actually runs. It knows hydration bugs, called and shipped one. It argued spam design beautifully and argued itself into the hole. It checked everything except the screen. Brilliant at describing its work, blind to watching it run. The most honest tool here, and you should still review its code, and you should still run the app yourself. 4 tools, 4 builds. Here's what the whole thing was actually about. I kept expecting one of them to be the smart one, to catch what the others missed. None of them did. They all built the same fragile spam filter. They all, to different degrees, declared work finished without running it. The failure was never one tool being worse. It was a conviction that all 4 of them share, that no single signal should ever act alone, that everything needs a second opinion, which is sensible, careful engineering. And it's wrong for the one case where it counts, because the scam they all miss is the one only one signal can see. And the deeper one, every tool verified against the compiler. The compiler is happy. The build is green, the linter's clean, and the book is sitting right there on the page. Because the page is the one thing none of them looked at. These tools can build the whole thing. They cannot. Yet, you trusted to check the whole thing. That's not a reason to not use them. It's the reason you stay in the chair. You're not the typist anymore. You're the eyes. That's the series. Same app, 4 tools. Thanks for watching all of it. The full build notes for every episode are linked below. And if you want the honest one-line verdict on each, that's pinned in the comments.